Okay, I want to talk about today is understanding the behaviors when someone says you know too much. Sometimes there are underlying reasons of why someone would say that to you, especially if you know that you are not trying to be that type of person. If you are the type of person where people come to you for advice and questions, just how do I handle this? How do I handle that? And the person that thinks you have made the comment of you think you know everything, have been observing you and watching people come to you, watching how you solve problems, things of that nature. So sometimes there can be some underlining motives behind that. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today and share some of the information I found on that topic. I'm just doing a little brain dumping right now before I go ahead and finish doing whatever I was doing. So here we go. Okay, understanding the behaviors of people who say, think that you know everything. So the behavior you are describing can be attributed to several psychological and social factors. It is essential to consider the underlying motivations and dynamics that drives individuals to adopt such a stance in their interactions with others. So it starts off by saying insecurity and projection. One possible explanation for this behavior is rooted in the concept of projection. Individuals who constantly accuse others of thinking they know everything may themselves struggle with feeling of inadequacy or insecurity by projecting their own insecurities onto others. They attempt to deflect attention away from their own perceived shortcomings. This behavior allows them to maintain a sense of control and superiority at the expense of fostering healthy and constructive interactions. That is pretty interesting. Because one thing a lot of us, and if you notice that we continue to have, is that I'm superior type behaviors and, wanting control over others. So when you have a mind of your own to think for yourself and solve problems for yourself, and others come to you for that, those that think you know it all or constantly say that or treat you that way, there's something wrong with that, because they need that control. They need to feel superior over you. The next section here, it says need for validation. Another contributing factor could be a deep-seated need for validation. People who habitually challenge others by claiming they think they know everything may seek affirmation of their own knowledge or expertise by attempting to catch someone else in a mistake. They hope to validate their own intelligence or competence. Wow. Like if somebody's constantly watching you and they waiting for you to slip up so they can validate their own intelligence or competence. This behavior may stem from a fear of being overshadowed or overlooked, leading individuals to engage in behaviors aimed at asserting their worth. I don't get it. Why do we always mess with other people? I don't get it. The next section here would be competitive nature. Some individuals exhibit this behavior due to a competitive nature. They view interactions as opportunities to asset dominance or superiority over others by challenging someone's knowledge or actions. They aim to demonstrate their own prowess and expertise. This competitive mindset can lead to an adversarial dynamic in relationships, hindering collaboration and mutual respect. So you'll see that in intimate relationships, co-worker relationships, business relationships, family relationships, where they are competitive in nature. So they will compete with you whenever you open your mouth. Whenever you make a move, there's going to be competition. The next one here is fear of vulnerability. The fear of vulnerability can also drive individuals to adopt to confrontational stance regarding others' knowledge or actions. By constantly seeking out potential flaws or mistakes, they attempt to shield themselves from being in a position of vulnerability. This defensive behavior serves as a protective mechanism, allowing them to avoid acknowledging their own uncertainties or limitations. These are those that always talking about somebody else, so that the attention will not be on them. Or I notice in the DISC personality assessment, these are the I people. That type personalities, different types of personalities. The next one here is desire for control. Furthermore, the need to control can play a significant role in the behavior individuals who habitually challenge others. Knowledge may harbor a strong desire to exert control over their environment and interactions. By scrutinizing and questioning others, they attempt to assert authority and influence over the situation, reinforcing their sense of power and dominance. We just cannot get over that slavery master, I'm the master, I control and dominate everything type personality. Ay. In summary, the behavior you have described can stem from various underlying factors such as insecurity, the need for validation, competitiveness, fear of vulnerability. I know I pronounced that wrong. The competitiveness, fear of vulnerability, and the desire to control. Understanding these dynamics can help navigate interactions with such individuals while fostering empathy and constructive communication. So they list here some sources that one can read about to further understand this type of behavior if you are interested, and if you have ever had and come in contact with people like this, that'll help you understand it a little more, so that you'll know how to, number one, protect yourself, number two, how to communicate in a positive manner with dignity and respect while controlling your emotions, because sometimes it can become overwhelming. So number one, resources would be in Psychology Today. This source provides insights from mental health professionals and researchers on various psychological phenomena, including behaviors related to insecurity, validation, competitiveness, fear, and control. The next resource would be the Harvard Business Review. The Harvard Business Review offers authoritative perspectives on human behavior in professional settings, including topics related to interpersonal dynamics, communication strategies, and leadership. The last one here would be resources would be American Psychological Association, the APA, Physiological Association. The APA is a reputable source for understanding human behavior in psychological principles. Their research, articles, and publications offer valuable insights into underlying motivations driving certain behaviors observed in social interactions. These sources were instrumented in providing evidence-based explanations for the behavior, that I had described, is what it says. So don't hesitate when you're curious about something to look it up, because just like when you go to a doctor, you want a second opinion, but you can also think for yourself. You don't have to give your soul and your thoughts and your thinking in your brain to somebody else to think for you. You can do that.